Hey everyone.
Hello.
So thank you for everyone who has watched the series so far. It was a short one, a very short one.
A short but sweet one.
Yeah.
And
It
a
was-
super epic one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was epic, an epic adventure. Now,
sure.
all the actual day vlogs in Orlando are now finished with the travel day. So we thought we'd come on and show you everything that we bought because
There is plenty of it, let us assure you.
yeah, so you would have seen throughout the vlogs that we did go to, the parks as well as Walgreens, Target, and Walmart. So we've got
Yeah.
stuff
And
to
the
show from all
outlets
those,
too, so there's tons of
yeah.
stuff from there.
and all the stuff we bought from the parks as well.
Yes.
So yeah, there is quite a lot to.
And the shops in the airport too, because
Yeah.
Orlando absolutely rinsed us off our money on this
And
occasion.
because we didn't go to Disney, when you see a Disney shop in the airport,
You can't
I mean,
resist it, it'd be rude to pass it by.
What else can you do except for go spend some money? So yeah, we've got quite a lot to go through. We're actually wearing some of our merch as well. So
Indeed. Epic t-shirt.
yeah, so we're going to start with everything that we bought from Epic Universe and then go from there.
Two items that we bought fairly early on. So the first one that we actually bought on the first evening, Power Up Band.
Yes.
So we did get this on the first evening from City Walk, so the big store that they've got, which has got all the Epic Worlds, and that's
Yeah,
dedicated to that. Pretty
New
awesome,
one. Yeah,
really.
the new one that they've built there. Big Nintendo area, big extension onto the Harry Potter bit where they actually serve butterbeer now. If you want to buy
Yes.
some butterbeer on City Walk, you don't need to go
I love
to
it.
the park. And they've got like a little section for each of the
The
portals,
worlds.
but yeah, it's mostly Nintendo.
There's
and
a lot of
Harry
Nintendo
Potter.
game.
And we knew that we had to get one of these power bands, not just for this trip, but as you may know, we're going to California in September, so they've also got Super Nintendo World, so we needed one for them. So we thought, might as well get it now.
Yeah, and if we're getting one to share, it's not too bad. So we
Yeah.
did. It's a snap band, as you can tell, that I'm struggling with it. So we did go for the Donkey Kong one just because we're quite. Oh my god!
It's attacking you.
Just because we quite enjoyed the detailing on it there, and it's got no, it doesn't. It's got Donkey Kong down there. Sorry, I was thinking of the Diddy Kong one. It has a bit literally right down the bottom.
It's got some bananas on there, and if you've actually ridden the Donkey Kong ride, you know that bananas play a big part in the queue
The
because
golden banana.
I think they say about the word golden banana about 50
500,000
times when you're in
yeah.
that queue. I think just on repeat and on repeat. Look out for the golden banana. So yeah, it
Yes.
gets stuck in your head.
Donkey
and
Kong is on a mission for sure.
Yeah, and it's on the Power Up Band as well. But
yeah,
it's good fun. I think it is worthwhile getting one. I mean, it's not a cheap exercise if you say you've got a large family and you're getting one each.
Yeah, so we opted for one to share because we didn't really think it was.
Yeah, I think
There was probably the need to have two. Yes, we could have kind of like had a bit of competition, but we were quite happy just to share it. So it does just snap on, so it kind of works for any size of wrist because it just kind of automatically goes round. But yeah, they were good fun. I think it's a clever idea. I think it's a really good way to be able to interact in the world. I guess it's a bit of a shame that it's the only thing that it does, but given the fact that it's themed to Nintendo, that is kind of all you're going to get with it. But sorry, on you go.
I don't think we actually got the most use of it because when you're in Super Nintendo, you power up with the blocks and there's some bits in the queue.
Some mini games and stuff too.
But there's like a certain mini game in the actual land where you collect keys and then you go for a showdown with Bowser Jr. And there's actually a section for that. We didn't do all that. And then there were some interactive games where you're hitting stuff on the wall. There's quite a lot of those, but the queues for them are quite massive because a lot of people do want to do them. I think Super Nintendo World is such a busy land that
Very much so.
there's a lot of kids running around with these power up bands trying to get everything, and as you would, I mean, it's a lot of fun to pretend you're Mario and punch in the box.
Don't get me wrong, plenty of adults doing it too, but I think in terms of the worlds that are there, it is more one of the more kid-friendly, accessible worlds, and in terms of the rides that are in there as well. But yeah, Power Up Band, good fun. You do need to set it up via the Universal app, so hence why we bought it the night before we went to the park. It wasn't the clearest of how to do it, but it wasn't too bad. It's just on your home screen in the app. You can go in through there, and then there's a QR code just to scan on the back, and you can then set up your account, and it then just means you can go in and see the points that you've got.
It also comes with a map as well where it shows you where everything that you can collect on, and so you can take it around to the park. It's the same, we saw it as well. We didn't buy one, but the ones that come at Epic Universe, they do come with a map showing you all the interactive areas and where you can interact with them. So
and the spells that you're going to be doing there.
Yeah, so it's not a case of you have your band, what do I do with this? It actually tells you with a detailed map of everywhere you need to go in the land, where you need to collect your points. So there's a little storyline to it as well. So it's good fun.
We did just kind of go set ourselves loose on it, so we probably could have done it in a better way if we were wanting to, but it was quite good fun just to go around and do it. So
And also, if you want to see, at the exit to Toadstool Cafe is where there's a little one on the wall where you press that and it does bring up Toad, where it does look like he's giving you the middle finger, but it is meant to be a thumbs up. But yeah, it's very questionable whether that is a thumbs up, I would say. Now, moving on to the second thing that we purchased for use in the parks was our reusable cup. So this came in very handy. Whether it was just, we activated it on the first day in terms of going around
I'll just show as well, it does have grand opening 2025 on there too, so it is extra special. So I'm very glad that we got this.
So we went around all the freestyle machines and got the exclusive drinks. So there's one in Celestial Park, there's one in Dark Universe, and there's one in Isle of Burke. I'd say that we enjoyed all of them. They were all tasty. I think if we had to rank them, it would go Screaming Berry from Dark Universe, then the Isle of Burke one, which was a kind of...
I can't remember what they called it, but it kind of tasted... We thought it tasted like
a lemon
sherbet, sweeties.
And then the Celestial Park one's like a mix between like an orange juice and like a ginger ale. Still tasty, but the second day we didn't, reactivate it. We just used it for water, so you can take it up to the machines, just press water and fill it up that way. You don't have to pay for that. So
you can also do that with just any sort of bottle or cup that you've got as well, so it's quite handy because we find the Universal water is probably one of the best tasting waters in Orlando. In terms of not actually buying a bottle of water physically, but it's good to keep yourself hydrated and a bit of a cheaper way of doing it rather than have to buy bottles in the park.
Yeah, and although they don't have any exclusive drinks in like Toadstool Cafe, they do have the Coke freestyle machine, so you can take up there and get a million different flavours of Coke and Powerade.
There was one just as you went through between Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country as well, so you can top up there. So there's plenty of stations.
All the kiosks in Celestial Park have a freestyle machine next to it. So the guest services kiosks, they all have one, so you can go there and fill them up with whichever drink you want from the list of many available options.
Definitely, keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah. Now, as you mentioned earlier on, we got the Donkey Kong Power Band, and Donkey Kong seemed to be a popular theme of things that we bought. So I got the t-shirt, which I did wear in the vlogs.
Yes.
I love this.
For meeting Toothless and getting slagged off by Toothless and his Viking counterpart for the dragons not being particularly threatening.
I think Donkey Kong's quite threatening. Look at him thumping his chest there. I think he's quite an angry.
Toothless wasn't impressed.
No, he wasn't. No. Give me the side eye. Yeah.
But yeah, really nice top. They had that particular print in quite a few different t-shirts, but this one was what you particularly wanted. The sort of not quite baseball style, but sort of similar in terms of the sort of like the different coloured cups.
Yeah.
And then we also have this little guy. Yes. And he does actually have the golden banana.
As I said, you'll hear it constantly if you go on that Donkey Kong ride. And it's on all the merch as well, it seems.
It does indeed. I don't think we actually got it on film because that was our first ride of the trip. I think we were just so like buzzing to be back in a theme park that we're just like, so we didn't actually get any of that on film, but honestly the queue,
you say that, but when we film Cranky Kong he does mention
a banana. Yes. So. But yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a little clip for taking him about, so you can pop that on your bag or anything.
I mean, he's just going to go on my backpack, so I'll take him to work every day, so he'll be a little reminder on my backpack that what you work for is going to these theme parks, and Donkey Kong remind me of it's only so long until the next epic trip and they see him again. So yeah, not so much a shoulder push, but he's just my little buddy for my backpack. Good fun.
So yeah, I guess as well, obviously while we're showing that t-shirt there, in terms of other clothing that we purchased, we've sort of half mentioned these at the start. So Mike has got his Monsters one on.
Yeah.
So we did see this before we went to the park, so it's pretty cool. So you've got obviously some of the monsters in colour, and you've got shadows behind as well, or shadows as part of it too. Pretty cool t-shirt. You actually got this in the airport. just as we were leaving.
So some of the t-shirts are actually available in several different areas. So
Yes.
not just in the parks. If you go to City Walk, there's still the preview centre for the Epic Universe, and they have some of the merch that you can get in the parks. Limited amount. So like that Donkey Kong t-shirt isn't there.
No.
We only saw that in the parks. But at the airport they have some stuff, and one of the things was this t-shirt. So I was humming and hawing about it, getting it. And then when I saw it in the airport, I was like, I'm going to regret it if I go home. And yeah, I'll be seeing it in other people's vlogs, and I'll be like, why didn't I just get the t-shirt?
Yeah.
Because big horror fan, big Universal Monsters fan. So this isn't something I would just wear at the parks. I can wear this in day-to-day life as well. So,
and you've got a cool little Dark Universe bit just on the back as well, but it's only like about that, just at the nape of the neck. So it's quite nice. It's quite subtle.
You want as much Epic Universe merch as you can, because what's the point in going if you can't come home and brag about it and go around the streets being like, yeah, I've been to Epic Universe. Have you not? Yeah.
And just remind yourself of the happy memories as well. So maybe the more
just brag about it. You want to brag about it to everyone you know.
Of course. So this was also an airport purchase for me. I did intend to buy it when we were at the parks, and then it just kind of, I think that last evening we were just a bit overwhelmed with the fact that with it being our last evening, and we're a bit sad about it, and also that store was a bit chaotic at the end of the night, and we were trying to find a magnet, and that was an absolute faff. Anyway, so airport, again, it was too tempting to not get this. So this t-shirt was $32, which was the same as it was when I saw it in the preview centre. This was $35. I'm not quite sure what it was in the parks. I would assume it was the same. But it's got the small Epic Universe logo here, and if I can swivel around, it has got big Epic Universe on the back there as well.
The big Epic Universe emblem.
The big emblem, yes.
On the back.
That was a half-assed effort there, so that'll do. But yeah, that was it kind of in terms of Epic clothing for us.
Yeah, and I think it just in terms of the clothing in Epic Universe and Universal in general, it isn't the cheapest of clothing. I think Disney certainly is slightly cheaper, but I think when you're coming over from the UK, you are helped at the moment by the fact that the exchange rate
is pretty strong.
It's pretty strong.
In favour of the pound.
Yeah, so like when you're buying a t-shirt for say $32, it's coming out at say about £24-25. So it isn't as bad as it could be. But I do think that Universal obviously is trying to recoup as much money. They spent billions on this park. Yeah. So some of the merch is quite expensive, but some of it is reasonably priced. Now, I don't want to say everything's over expensive, but some of it is a little bit pricey, like the wands, the power-up bands. It can all add up.
Definitely. Well, I think as you say as well, if you're going as a family group, probably particularly if you have kids with you, and kids aren't necessarily, I know obviously kids are taught to share, but they're not necessarily going to be told, they're going to want their own things, aren't they? And they may not be that patient in terms of like sharing a power-up band between all of them. They may not be able to agree on what style they want. So I do think parents maybe are put in a bit of an awkward position in terms of you might end up spending quite a lot of cash on something.
Yeah, and you know, there's certain things like when you've seen it in the vlogs, like the butterbeer chocolates, and you're like, oh, there's $20 for 8 chocolates.
Outrageous.
And talking about outrageous prices, it leads us on to our next purchase, which you thought was absolutely outrageously priced. But
if you watched our travel day, then yes, you will know what Mike is on about there. So when we purchased this, I didn't actually realise, because we were already purchasing a couple other things, that yeah, it was all kind of combined into one. Didn't realise the exact price of it until looking over the receipt. So we've got our Super Nintendo World shopper here. So it's got two different designs. It's got Mario Kart Rainbow Road on one side, and it's then got Super Nintendo World on the other. $7. $7. Outrageous. They are quite handy in terms of with these bags. That I will do this to show you. It has a little zipper, so if you're going around, as it often does in Orlando and it's raining, it does kind of protect your purchases, which is pretty good.
And in Scotland when we come home.
And in Scotland, yeah, let's not pretend. But yeah, it's $7 is quite steep, I thought, for it. But quite glad we got it. We did try to get a couple others, so we do have two other ones here that we'll show you. But unfortunately, Dark Universe, we're really keen to get that one. We rushed to try and get that on our last evening, along with something else that we almost forgot to get, which was just ridiculous. But anyway, but unfortunately, we had sold out with that pretty.
Yeah, I think the women said pretty much opening the week.
They
completely sold out of all the Dark Universe bags. I don't know if it's a case of Universal thought, "Oh, Nintendo and Harry Potter is going to be a really popular one, so we'll just buy bulks of those." Or maybe Dark Universe won't be that popular, and it turned out to be the opposite, because when you go into the shop, you can get plenty of Nintendo ones, you can get plenty of Harry Potter ones, but no Dark Universe ones at that
So
point.
what a shame. We'll just need to go back to complete the collection. Oh well. So in terms of other ones that we grabbed, we also got the Epic Universe one as well, because kind of had to. Again, this has got the zip on the inside, which is pretty handy, and it's got a bit of a sort of celestial design on the side. Bag straps as well have got that sort of celestial pattern
it's very cool.
too. So yeah, pretty cute. That's kind of the same size as the Mario one, so that was the same price.
I don't know about you, but when we see a park bag, we can't help but buy one. So we've got ones for Walt Disney World. We've got ones for Disneyland Paris. So when we're heading to do our weekly shop at the weekend, we've got a selection of bags. So yeah, we wanted to get them from the parks as well.
Yeah.
So that's the two that we'd actually take to the shops. The next one is one that we don't know what we're going to do with, because it is insanely sized.
Viking size
was
the term that was used in the shop. I didn't realise I was getting given one quite so large, and it wasn't until I kind of walked away from the shop that I realised quite how massive it was. Mike had left me to my own devices at this point,
I was off, watching Gobber give a demonstration at his stand, and then I turned around, and then Hannah's coming out of the shop with this, and I was like,
"You're thinking I'd shrunk?
What have you bought? What have you been buying? Because this is absolutely humongous."
I don't think we can even get this in the shop, to be quite honest with you. So we've got a How to Train Your Baggin?
How to Train Your Baggin?
How to Train Your Dragon.
She's gone delirious because of the size of his bag.
How to train sorry. How to Train Your Dragon bag. Gee whiz. So this one was $9, which is even worse. However, it is absolutely massive. So I think for the size difference, it's probably justified in terms of the price.
It's double the size of the other one, so the fact it's only $2 more is actually quite reasonable.
Same design on the side, and again, it's got a zip at the top. So I think this is probably more going to be like a storage bag.
Yeah,
but it's not really practical for day to day.
They said that they didn't have any of the medium ones left, and that was the only size. So
yeah.
I think that was, if we were going to get a How to Train Your Dragon bag, which we definitely wanted because Isle of Burke was our favourite. So yeah, we had to get something back from there.
To train your baggins.
So yeah.
I cracked myself up, guys, honestly.
But the reason that we got that bag was because of our most expensive purchase in Epic Universe.
Yes, which I guess the size did kind of justify the bag.
This is very cool. Once we saw it, we were like, oh.
So I'd actually seen online before we went someone saying that their son or daughter, I can't remember, had brought this home for them after a trip to Epic Universe, and it was just so beautiful, and then seeing it in the park did not change my mind. So it is a big blanket. You can see the label even has got the How to Train Your Dragon logo on it too. And then, oh goodness me, let's see. It's all neatly folded up, so I'm not sure how, oh there we go.
Get the main man in the shot. Get him in.
So it has got the dragon. So around about the Isle of Bark there are tapestries. There we go, tipless. Which are this kind of style. And then we've got Stormfly as well. How fabulous. So this is just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And the blanket it feels really good quality. So as much as it was expensive, do you know what? I think the pricing's reasonable on it in terms of the fact that I know it's not going to be, but it kind of seems a bit more kind of homemade-y, kind of better quality. So yeah, it was far too tempting. So in terms of pricing for that, it was $74, which again, exchange rate wise, not too bad. However, we did have physical cash that we hadn't touched, so we ended up using that because it then wasn't coming out of the bank account. But yeah, very, very pleased that we bought this. I've been quite upset if we didn't. Yeah,
I think when you go to somebody like Epic Universe, you want something to remember it by, and you want something that we're looking at jumpers that were about $75.
Yeah, well the quarter zip grey one, which was really smart, but it was quite lightweight, which was nice, but I think for the price that they were charging for it, it maybe wasn't.
It was quite fluffy as well, because when I actually took it off, my arm was actually covered in all black from the fluff of it.
Later you were like, what have I done
what have I done to myself? But yeah, it's just the fluff from that jumper and trying it on. But yeah.
So, yeah, and we'll get good use out of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's truly lovely. As well, I'm saying that we didn't buy any other clothing stuff. I did also on the first evening buy this little number, which you will have seen in the travel day. So I do have my Mickey Mouse cap that I bought on our last Orlando trip, but for me, I like to be able to separate my clothing between the parks. So I did get this. It wasn't the one that I set out to get, but I'm really pleased with it, and I like that it's just got Universal on it, so it'll be quite good for when we go to California in September as well. So for the remaining merch that we grabbed from Epic Universe, we did mention that we were on the lookout for a magnet, which we do for every holiday that we go on. We like to have that little collection of places that we have been. Now, we had popped into Otherworld Mercantile, which is one of the stores at the front of the park. So if you're looking at the Kronos from inside the park, it's to the right-hand side. Fair warning, if you're going in there at park close, it gets rather busy because everyone else got the same idea and rushing in there to get their merch because they've got collections for each of the portals.
It's a big shop. It's a very big shop.
I really liked it. It was just very busy, but do you know what? I'll give them their due. They were properly controlling the queue and everything as well for going and paying. They had team members who had sort of like light up sticks for guide and everything, so they were totally on it.
Yeah, I think the thing about Epic Universe as well is that there's merch shops everywhere. So in the land, there's in each portal, there's like 2 or 3 for each portal that you're in. Even outside Super Nintendo World, there's a Nintendo General shop. You know, it's got Zelda stuff as well. And at the front, you've got one on the left-hand side as you come in, which is one that we're talking about now. On the right-hand side, you've got one that does Christmas stuff as well. So you've got loads of options for your merch. So if you don't get that stuff in the portal, you can get it in the front of the shop as well.
Yeah, which is really helpful. There are sort of odd little small stalls as well, which have very limited numbers of merch. But yeah, they did it pretty well. And as I think we'd mentioned on our day 1 video, outside of the park, they also have a small merch stand which does include the power-up bands, which is quite handy if you want to grab that while you're waiting in line for security, and you can get that set up before you go in. Yeah,
because when we were going in for security, it was about an hour wait sometimes
because we were there
through, so one of you can stand in line and one you can run and get any merch that you want to get from there. So it's a clever idea.
Definitely. So yes, magnet. We were on the lookout for just a Epic Universe specific one. We did ask a team member when we weren't able to find any. She did tell us that unfortunately they sold out on opening day. They'd clearly been very popular.
Yeah, so if you're going to Epic Universe and you've got your eyes on any sort of merch, just be prepared that some of it has sold out. So like magnets for opening day, the Dark Universe bags, the little shoulder plushies for Toothless, they'd sold out. Lucky for us, Cineworld in the UK is currently selling them for
the live
Dragon.
action.
So we got one there that we can take to the parks next time we go. But the actual one in Epic Universe had sold out.
Yeah, there was no sign of it. I would say on the whole they were pretty well stocked, but there are just odd items.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of part and parcel with it being a new park. It's super popular.
And I think one of the most popular merchandise items is the eggs that you can get in How to Train Your Dragon Albert.
Yeah, for the adoption ceremonies.
You get them for the adoption ceremony nowadays. Do still have them when we were there, but they were all toothless. Now there's about 4 or 5 different options at the time, but the only one that they had was toothless, which for us would be
Night Furies, because you can name it whatever you wish, but
toothless. Yeah, which is cool because they do a little ceremony for you. When you do it, saying like, I swear to look after this and adopt it, and you open it up.
We saw one going on, it was pretty cute. But yeah, so the team member was super helpful. She did take us over to where they had the die cut magnets, which are the kind of flat ones that I believe are mainly designed for cars, I want to say. But it was about like the size, so it was a bit too much for our fridge. So we ended up opting against that one, but they did thankfully have this little number, which was an Isle of Bark one, which in the end is probably quite fitting as well because it was our favourite worlds in Epic Universe. So it's very cute. It's quite similar to the pin that we'll come on to as well, or one of the pins. several pins. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So that segues us on nicely to the pins.
Now they do have, I think when they opened the park, they did sell a set of limited edition ones for grand opening that came in like a 4. Quite pricey, it's like $115 for that. But they do have individual ones that are limited edition for each land. So that's the Dark Universe one. You can see it has a sticker on it saying limited edition. It says grand opening on the front as well.
Silver bit. It's quite nice that it's etched into it, I have to say. It's quite subtle, but it's very nice.
Now, these ones are a bit more expensive. They're $18 each. The fact that they're limited edition and mentioned grand opening, we had to
Had to treat ourselves.
So we've got one of those for Isle of Burke as well, which is a cool design.
They're quite cute. They've got a little dangly emblem on the bottom as well. So it's got that sort of main design, and then it's got the...
Yeah, so the Isle of Burke, there's like the Isle of Burke, the land is. Not so much like the movie, but yeah, it's nice that it sort of does an ode to the parks. And then Super Nintendo World as well. Same again. Grand opening, limited edition, Nintendo one.
Yeah. So it's quite nice that they got that consistency. We did toy with buying the Harry Potter one to complete the collection, but the design of it was just a bit poor compared to the others, we felt. And again, for $18, they are quite, and that's pre-tax, it's quite expensive. So we end up ultimately choosing not to. Maybe should have to complete it, but...
If it's there next time we go, we might pick it up, but we're not completionists in that way that we're like, oh, we should have got it.
Yeah, it's just a nice thing to have, and ultimately these ones we really like these ones, happy that we got them. Yeah. We've also got another Isle of Burke one, which this is the one that's more similar to the magnet that we showed you.
It says this is Burke, and then it's got Hiccup and Toothless right in front of it, right in front of the land.
And the team member, when we were buying this, did also let us know that it's a shadow pen as well.
And then finally, from Epic Universe,
which we almost forgot to get.
Well, I didn't forget because I was the one that mentioned on the way out that we needed to pick up. So
it's like past 9 o'clock almost.
It was because of me that we got this. The most important bit of merch that we had to get.
That was this part that we are completionists about.
Yeah. So to add to our ever-growing Starbucks mug collection, there is the Epic Universe one. You see there's got Frankenstein on it. And then you go around, there's Dracula. Then on the other side, they've got dragons.
I'll take it from here so you don't break your wrist.
Isle of Burke, and there's Toothless there as well. I don't think they must have been able to get the rights for Harry Potter and Super Nintendo to put them on the mug because they're missing from it. But they aren't Universal properties, they are borrowed, so it makes sense. Whereas...
And that's just the top of the box there.
They do own
as well.
Monsters and How to Train Your Dragon. So
yeah, very, very pleased with this. So we grabbed this from the small Starbucks, which is in the middle of the park, which is quite different to the other parks where there's just kind of one Starbucks typically towards the sort of start of the park.
Or in Paris is...
None.
There's none in the park. You have to go to the actual
Disney Village
to get it.
Yes, so there's the bigger one, which is next to the Christmas shop, which the name of that escapes me at this moment in time. But yeah, there's a small one which is just sort of between Super Nintendo and Dark Universe. So we rushed to there, and thankfully they were still open, and we were able to grab this.
Even the one that was at the front of the park. Now we, after the park closed, were mulling about taking photos, just soaking it in, just on our last night, trying to avoid leaving basically for as long as possible. And yeah, it got to about 9:45, and that Starbucks was still open. So even if once it closes at 9, you want to get yourself a frappuccino to take home with you, or grab one of these mugs. The one at Starbucks.
They had the little ones as well, so if that's your preference, you can grab that too. And it's blue on the inside. It's a slightly different blue to our other Universal one. Yeah. But yeah, we love these. We started with our Walt Disney World 50th ones, and we've just kind of continued from there. So again...
It's going to grow in September as well, because we've got 3 parks that we're going to in California. So that's another 3 mugs that we're going to have to bring back with us. Who are the mugs? Is it us two that keep buying them, or is it...
Exactly.
So our cupboard right now has got about
stuffed full of
7 or 8 of them, but we love them. We use them every day, and a nice reminder for the parks that you wake up and you have your morning coffee or a cup of tea from one of these. Right. So now it is on to food. Now, who doesn't love a Walmart trip? Who doesn't love a trip to Target, or even a trip to Walgreens? And we did all 3.
All 3 on this trip.
So yeah, we're actually on a search for our favourite M&Ms, which were the...
Caramel cold brew, but they seem to have been very, very popular with everybody, and nowhere had stock, which is a bit disappointing. However, we did make up for it by grabbing a couple of new ones to try, which is pretty exciting. So the first ones, we got a little pack of these from Walgreens on the first evening. Really enjoyed them, so we ended up getting a big bag as well, so that's PB&J. So they are kind of, it's like just peanut butter on the inside, but must be sort of jam blended into it, which just gives it that sweet taste. It's really, really nice.
Most things that are peanut butter taste overly peanut buttery.
Yes.
If you know what I mean, like the peanut butter is the main flavour, but with these,
which I don't always love.
You can tell that there's
something else there.
So yeah, it does have a nice little fruit flavour.
Very, very nice. So we would say if you are able to eat nuts, then give these ones a little try. They're very yummy.
And then when we were in Target, hopelessly searching for the cold brew ones, we came across a stand which had these on it. Now they were Target exclusive flavour. So they are marshmallow.
Marshmallow crisp.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So we've not given these a shot yet. But yeah, as you can see, only at Target. So it's quite, I know it sounds silly, but it's quite nice to come across like a little exclusive thing. You feel like you're part of a little special club. So what I'll do, because I'm quite curious, and we can let you guys know rather than you living in wonder, and it lets you know if it's worthwhile going to Target. We're going to give these...
Just for these.
We're going to give them a little shot. There you go. So they're quite cute colours. Like sort of...
blue.
We've got dark blue, light blue, sort of cream.
Yeah. I like them.
Very white chocolatey. So if you're a white chocolate fan, I think you'll like them.
They are based off like a marshmallow treat, so like a Squares bar. I would say it tastes like a Squares bar, if you know what that tastes like. So yeah, I like them. I think they're very, very good.
It's kind of like a crispy. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Perhaps not. I'll just show you on the bag. So it is just like it is here. So it's basically a crispy M&M, but it's got a white chocolate coating. They're nice. I like them.
Yeah.
I'll accept this.
I'd say Cobra is still number one, PB&J number two, but yeah, that's another option.
Number three. Yeah. It's nice to try new things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll finish munching on this.
So we'll move on to the next thing now. I'm a big hot sauce fan, and I do like to watch Hot Ones on YouTube. So if anyone's seen that, you know, where they try different chicken wings going up in various levels of heat while interviewing a celebrity. So over in America,
Conan's our favourite one. We might quote that to each other
yeah,
each time. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine.
So when I saw this, I had to get it because in the UK you can't seem to get any Hot Ones food, whereas when you actually watch it, you're
constantly promoting it.
So when I come across Hot Ones sauce, I had to get it. So this is the Los Calientes. It's their own sauce, which does feature on the show. So yeah, not tried it yet, but I'll be adding this to my...
See if it blows his head off or not.
Yeah, I'll be adding that to something. Now I found that in Target, so that's where we saw that. And the other one that we saw in Target, they had little minis. Now the mini for a Hot Ones sauce was about $5, whereas that full bottle of that one was about $5 as well. So the mini one, which was, I think one of the different ones, which was one of the special limited edition ones, was quite high. But we also saw a black truffle hot sauce. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of truffle, but
I quite like it.
Yeah, you love the bougie truffle crisps that you can get. Not a flavour for me that I particularly like, but when I saw that it was the truffle hot sauce, I think it's something that
you'd quite excited to give that a try. Now the $1, well the minis, that was in Target that you got that one. Last year when we went to Walmart, they did have $1 sauces, which were in these little bottles. Again, when we go to Walmart in our day one video, we do touch on this, that there was a particular sauce that we got from that, which was a Louisiana. It was the most delicious thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't actually have it in big size, and we couldn't find any of the minis in Walmart. However, we did go for the same brand, Kinder's, and we got a buttery buffalo, which should be pretty tasty. We're keen on our buffalo sauce.
Big buffalo sauce fans.
So yeah, let's keep us going. And then when we head to Walmart and or Target in September, I'm sure we'll be on the lookout for the Louisiana as well. Yeah,
definitely. Now, another one of the sauces that we went to find was that on our last trip to Orlando, we went to Longhorn Steakhouse and we had a salad that had a raspberry vinaigrette on it. Now, ever since then, Hannah's been dreaming of having raspberry vinaigrette, and every single time we go into Sainsbury's, which is one of the supermarkets here, they apparently sell it. But
yeah,
every single time
not the exact one, but a version, and it's been out of stock. So did go on the little lookout for that and grab this from Walmart. So again, not given it a try yet, but I am hopeful it'll be pretty darn tasty. So we'll see. I'm not particularly a salad person, but that was the most delicious salad I've had in my life.
On our last trip to Walmart, there's a couple of things that we got then that have now become staples of what we need to get every single time. Now, one of them was quite strange. So we came across this one just for looking for something to snack on in the parks. So these are pineapple flavoured rice crackers. So it's
sort of like pineapple and soy flavour.
And they are delightful.
They are. They're lovely. They're just tiny little triangles. But yeah, I really enjoyed them the last time that we had them, so definitely wanted to grab some to bring home.
Yeah.
That is the top tip that we would give you if you're going into the parks, is to take little, either
snacky
something,
bits.
little snacky bits, whether it's kind of savoury, sweet, something just kind of keep you going. I tend to kind of find I can sometimes sort of feel a bit yucky if I've not eaten for a while, so it just kind of helps particularly when you're in that heat and you are waiting in queues, just having water and something to snack on. Definitely helps your day.
Before these, it was the lime flavoured Tostitos, which are like the lime Doritos.
Yeah, they're very tasty.
So we'd be taking them into the parks, even though
just like in little baggies.
Yeah, the hankering for those have actually disappeared because they've actually brought back lime flavoured Doritos in the UK, so we can actually get them here.
That's true.
Yeah, so don't need them as much.
Fab. And next as well.
So my dad was saying that as a kid, but before we went, I said to him, "Is there anything that you want me to bring you home, sweet wise, that you had?" He used to live in America when he was a kid. And the only thing he could ever mention was Tootsie Rolls. So I got a big bag of Tootsie Rolls to give to him, which should keep him happy. The other thing was Captain Crunch, but he got that brought back to him a few years ago, and he thought it was the most disgusting thing he'd ever tasted. So I think as he's got older, I think his palate's obviously changed, and Captain Crunch is no longer the one that he loves. So, yeah.
So yes, in terms of other things as well, so this isn't quite so exciting, but we've grabbed a little Tide to Go pen. Now we heard that these are really, really good for getting stains out of things, and we do have our wedding coming up in September. I can sometimes be a little bit clumsy with things, so just in case there was
as
any...
you saw earlier in the vlog with the band that just went pinging off into the ether.
So just for the sake of being cautious, and it might not be me, there might be other people as well, so that we can kind of have this on hand in case there is any incidents, so that we can get rid of stains out of clothing. Grab some ginger mints as well. So again, this is a regular for us. They're super, super tasty. Really, really enjoy them. So we grabbed a box of those.
Randomly, these are cheaper, but in the UK, if you go to Asda, they sell these, but in a mini version in a bag.
Oh yeah. They're like tiny.
Yeah, but they're quite expensive, so they're about £3-4. So when you go over in America, you can get these for like $1. So yeah, we love the junior mints. Basically like an after eight in a circular minstrel form. Yeah. So top tip there. It's the same with anything, any American sweets that come over here.
Oh yeah, they like whack the price up. Yeah. Well, it's like the caramel cold brew M&Ms. HMV are currently selling small bags of those, but it's a ridiculous price. But depending how much of our craving we have, might need to
buy the whole box and spend like £300 on it, because the last ones we can never get.
We'll see in September if we're not able to get caramel cold brew. Then we might need to reassess our options.
Now we did watch a vlog the other day from California, and they actually got the cold brew ones and the peanut butter ones. So hopefully that means that in California they're still
they will be there.
Yeah.
I think we just had a very unfortunate time. But one thing that we did manage to get that we're very happy about is these Snyder's pretzel pieces. The hot buffalo wing ones are delicious. They do them in a couple of different colours. I was going to say flavours even. Which I don't think... Have we tried the other ones?
Yeah, because in the UK in Sainsbury's stores, they did have the jalapeno ones for a while. You could get in smaller bags. They sold them here. But
all the supermarkets are getting a great shout out in this video, by the way.
I think I've mentioned them all. I mean, Tesco's, Marks and Spencer's,
there we go.
Yeah, Lidl, Aldi, whichever your preference is. I'm sure they've got something.
Keep it fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, these ones are absolutely delicious. We would recommend. They come in a pretty big bag. But yeah, we've got 2 of them just to keep us going. Can order these online as well. But again, better
I'd say
that way.
keep us going, as in keep us going for
like a week.
Yeah, I mean, they will be
devoured.
Now, the last thing that we got from Target, not a food item, but keeping in with the Donkey Kong theme, we got a Lego set, which is Donkey Kong a Mario Kart Lego set. So they've got these.
They do have them in the UK, but we kind of thought pricing wise it was pretty decent.
Yeah. So back here in the UK, these are $29.99 in some stores. Some stores are selling at $35. In Target, it was $30. So when you figure out the difference, it basically saves me a couple of pounds from getting it here. So
and we had ample space in the cases on this occasion, so it was not a hardship whatsoever. So yeah, we did pretty well at the supermarket, so it was quite fun to go and do a bit of a tour. First time for us at Target. Really liked Target. I know it's a weird thing to say, but they had quite a nice feel to the store.
Yeah, it seems like everything was just laid out really nicely. Like some of the aisles, like the design of the aisles and the way that they did it was so much different from Walmart. Even like there's a bit that had like Campbell soup, and it's the way it was all displayed. It was like
it was cool.
It was really it was really well done.
I think that will be in the outlet, Target, etc. video, because I'm sure they'd take a video of it because it was quite taken by the way that they displayed it.
And the store was just massive. Like, we found ourselves just walking around, and we know Walmart's massive and it's got all the same stuff, but even at electronics bit, we're looking at the books. Just everything about Target just seemed
really liked it. Nice. So I think we'll be paying Target. I think we'll do probably a tour of all the grocery stores on our
try the rest of them. There's still ones that we haven't even been to, like Dollar Tree. We went past it. There's other ones which we still need to go to, and it's
basically take our money. Yeah. Take our money.
If you've got cold brew M&Ms, we'll be there in a flash.
Exactly.
I saw the food that we brought back. We could have brought back so much more. There's so much more we're looking at. A million flavours of Pop-Tarts. We love the Pop-Tarts over there and the price of them. We could have brought them back. But the main reason we didn't go overboard in the supermarkets is because we're going to outlets. And there's a couple of shops that everyone goes in the outlets to. Now, we went to the ones that are at the top of International Drive. So the Orlando Premium outlets. The reason that we went to those ones is because we went to
Bath and Body Works, and they don't have that down at Vineland, unfortunately. We do. I would say certainly in terms of sale at Disney Character Warehouse, we prefer the one down at Vineland. Yeah. But really wanted to go to Bath and Body, so we went for the one at the top end. And by the top end, we mean the one that's kind of closer to Universal. It's Little Millennia.
I don't know if you guys are the same, but if you've been to Orlando, you classify Vineland as the bottom, and then you classify Orlando Premium as the top.
Yeah.
Because we all say, oh, that was at the top. And now some people are like, what? And we're like, yeah, you know, the ones that are at the top. And
so you guys might not think of it that way, but that's kind of how in our minds it works. You can let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. So yes, hefty little bag from Bath and Body. So we will start with the little minis that we got. So we've got a little mini shower gel, which is, it's a pineapple sunrise, pink pineapple sunrise. So that's quite cute. I think you were going to give that to your mum, weren't you? It's a little gift.
My dad gets Tootsie Rolls and my mum gets
shower gel.
You're welcome.
I got a little mini body spray. Now, I was looking at getting the big one, but then I noticed that they had in the mini version, and I'm kind of a bit of a sucker for perfumes, so I thought this was probably quite handy to have. So it's the Waikiki one. So it's beach coconut is how they describe it. It does smell like holidays. It is beautiful. Kind of half wish I did get the big one, but maybe they'll have it when we go back.
When we went into the store, we're usually going in September, so when we go in, it's usually the
autumnal
coming into winter, Christmassy scents, but this time we've got and it's gone in a full summer range.
That's nice.
A lot of
tropically seaside
ones. Now, what they didn't have, sadly, was any of the Disney princess
the princess ones, but we saw a vlog recently where it seems to be that those were discounted, so they must have discontinued that range because it has been out for a little while now, so that was a bit sad.
So there's no special range when we went. Last time we went, there was a Stranger Things line, then they brought out the Disney one. But it's just, when we went, it was just, the main one that they're promoting was more the seaside.
Yeah, it seemed to be their kind of latest range that they had. So we did buy quite a few from that, so let's have a look at what we come across. So we've got Starfruit Sangria. Now I absolutely love the decoration of these bottles, I have to say. They're so cute. That's one. Then got Sunlit Glow. Now I feel like I probably should give these a little read of the description, actually, it might be helpful. So for Starfruit Sangria, it's got starfruit, surprise, kiwi and chilled sangria are the scents that are contained in that. for the Sunlit Glow. It is Sunny Citrus, Beachside Coconut, and Warm Amber.
Very
Very
nice.
nice as well. Then got Pina Colada Swirl. I think we can all take a guess what the flavours are in that one.
Is it pineapple by any
So
chance?
it's frozen pineapple treat, sparkling orange, and vanilla coconut cream.
So that's free so far. That's coconut in it. I make sense of that theme here.
Yeah. I mean, we hate coconut, don't we? Yeah. So yeah, if you're not a coconut lover, that's obviously not going to be suitable for you, but we are all over it. This one is white cucumber and mint, so it kind of, not that we plan to drink it, just to clarify, but it does kind of satisfy that craving for cucumber Sprite that we love over in Club Cool in Epcot.
Yeah, like when we're back home, Hannah's been trying all the waters you can get. So there's some
Yes,
places that sell
yeah,
cucumber
yeah.
water, but none of them are.
They don't compare.
Yeah, don't compare to cucumber Sprite at Epcot.
Yeah, so that one's watery cucumber, soothing mint, and blonde woods. And our last one, so we did the little 5 for $27, was it?
Yeah, I mean the receipt's still in there.
Oh, yeah, that would help. So we did do the deal, so this churro
Yeah.
cinnamon bun. Now, this was the first one that we smelled when we went in there. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Fresh baked churros, cinnamon sugar, and a drizzle of icing. So basically, think of the smell of a Cinnabon.
Yeah.
That's it, in soap form.
Now-
You can go around smelling like that all day.
There was a few other ones that we wanted. So like they had a dragon fruit one, but only had it in a candle version, and it sold out of the hand wash. Sadly.
Yeah, now we were very tempted by the candle, and we did
Yeah.
kind of hum and haw, but at that point we're quite weighed.
They're very,
Down.
very hefty.
They are.
Yeah.
I think in terms of pricing wise, you're better to get them over there than say buy them through Next. They also stock Bath and Body Works because again the prices are inflated because it's being imported. But yeah, on this occasion we opted not to. But we'll see, since we'll still be quite stocked up by the time they go in September, we might
Yeah.
end up treating ourselves to a wee candle
Yeah,
instead.
or the infusers as well. They've got the infusers that come with a lot of different scents you can buy. So maybe that instead of a candle, if you go there and then you can top them up every single time you go.
You mean like wallflower plugins?
the
Yeah,
wallflower
yeah.
plugins,
Yeah, so you can get those, which we did kind of consider getting at some point, getting the plug from here, because if we've got a UK plug version, then we can get the top ups, and that would kind of
Yeah.
help rather than having to come up with a converter, etc. So yeah, definitely one to consider. But yeah, that was
5 for 27. Yeah.
yeah, 5 for 27 for that. Now these little ones were $8.95 each. They did have, it was a case of what, buy
3 for 2. It's buy free. Buy free.
buy 3 get 1 free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 for 3.
Yeah.
Which I was getting myself confused because I was thinking it was 3 for 2, and I was picking up 3, and Mike kept on saying, no, you need to get another one. I'm like, what are you on about? And then obviously twigs. So we could have obviously got an extra 2 and got 1 free for these little minis, but we were kind of running tight on time, and just there wasn't.
Now, nothing else was shouting out to us, and by the time you
Yeah.
add on another one on top of that, you're adding another like £8-9 on top of it as
Yeah.
well. So if it's something that you don't really want, there's no point spending that money on it.
Exactly. So between all of those, the soaps and the 2 minis, by the time the tax went on, it was $47.82.
So Bath and Body Works is obviously one of the shops that everyone seems to go into the outlets. The other one is Disney Character Warehouse.
Yes.
So because we didn't go to Disney on this trip, this was a chance for us to get some Disney
Disney
merch.
goodies.
One thing we had to get that we really wanted was a Magic Band Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason for that is because when we're going to California, it's a 70th celebration, and they've actually set some things up for Magic Band Plus users. So we're like, we don't have a Magic Band Plus, we just got the standard.
Yeah, our
Magic
ones are the
bands.
sort of older style ones, which we do love, but as Mike says, since we're wanting to take part in the little sort of special activities that they've got going on, then we wanted to get one. And Mike had a really good idea to have a look in the Disney Character Warehouse in terms of getting one, potentially it's a little bit cheaper.
Because if you get them in the parks or at Disney Springs, they can
They start
range
about
from-
$39.99.
Yeah, and they can go up to about $50 now. This one that I got was
I think it was
Yeah.
$19.99, I'm sure it was. So it's a
And-
wee Avengers one, which
Avengers.
suits you anyway.
Yeah, it's all of Marvel, so that's great. The other option that they had was Grogu from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but it was basically just like on the style, it was basically like a red button here, grey, and then a tiny little Grogu down the bottom. So it wasn't particularly obvious that
Yeah.
that's what it was. So yeah, we went for this. So I feel that was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, just to get that, because we'll use it in California, we've not had to spend $40 for that. Now, the other thing that we love to do in Disney parks is pin trading.
Yes.
Now, one of the biggest tips I can have for you if you're a Disney pin trader or you're getting into Disney pin trading is to check the character warehouse.
Absolutely.
Now, pin sets are very expensive again. Pin set of 4 with the lanyard can go up to about $40.
I think some of the starter sets are kind of like, roughly about $40 at the start.
So we got one the last time we went, which was 4 Encanto pins for much cheaper, so much about $10, $15 from the character warehouse to then pin trade. Now, they didn't have any of those this time, but we did pick up 2 pins. So they're basically from Captain America, Brave New World. So there's one of Sam Wilson, Captain America, and then Red Hulk. Now, these aren't for us to keep. We're not particularly fans of this movie. It's okay. It's not bad. But these will be...
These pins aren't ones that we would necessarily buy.
But we'll trade these off in the parks.
Yes, because these were about $3, I want to say.
$4.
$4.
Each, and originally, because it still has the price on the back,
On them.
I don't know if you can just see that, it's $19.99. So that is a massive saving. So if you're going to buy that in the park when it first came out, you're spending $20 on it. Instead, when you go to the character warehouse, you're spending $5 at the most, and then you can use that to trade off. So if you want to get into pin trading, always check the character warehouses.
We did really well last time by using that starter set. However, I think we managed to lose one, which was a bit disappointing, but at least it wasn't a pin that we were that attached to. But really good idea to go and do that. A very cost effective way.
Yeah, especially because
to do it.
When your kids might get, or anyone that gets into pin trading might get, your kids want to go and trade with all the boards, so see them all around Disney World. And pins aren't the cheapest of things to try and get into. The ones that you're buying in the shops are the brand new ones that you might not even want to give away, whereas the ones in the warehouse are the older ones or ones that didn't sell very well. So go there, buy a few sets if you've got them, or individual ones, and you'll save a lot more money. And then you'll get pins that you or your kids will actually prefer.
Yeah. So that was it in terms of the Disney Character Warehouse. Now, as we kind of mentioned, our preference in terms of Disney Character Warehouse is the one at Vineland, but unfortunately we weren't able to get there on this trip. So we would say we tend to find that's a bit better stocked. It's a bigger store. There was decent stock in this one. There was Loungeflies.
Loungefly maybe going out of fashion, because a lot of Loungeflies in there, and some decent ones, like the Marvel one was good. I got a cat's face on it. There was a Toy Story one, which is really cool, and you're getting them for like $39.
I think there's just so many that they bring out that it's a case of they can only obviously hold so many in the actual stores and the parks. But it's a really good place to check out. It kind of depends on their deliveries in terms of what they get in, what time of year it is. So before, like say in September, there was a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff, a lot of Halloween stuff, which is quite funny when it's at Halloween season, but they're obviously sort of thinking that's going to sell, and it's probably stuff from sort of the previous year. But you can get some really good items there, so it's worthwhile checking that out on your trip.
Yeah. So when we were last in Orlando, we discovered a clothing store, which we now absolutely love.
Well, if you're saying discovered, it'll be old news for other people, but it wasn't somewhere that we had really gone into ourselves, but we really liked it last time. So Old Navy, big bag of stuff here, so we both bought a few items.
I would recommend it if you're looking for character t-shirts, especially for yourself or for your kids. We showed it
kids' range were awesome.
We showed it in the vlog. They had so much character t-shirts for Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon, Dragon Ball. Basically all the sort of lands that are at Epic, they seem to have a t-shirt for them, and then all the ones at Disney as well. So if you want to have character t-shirts, you don't have any
with you,
go to Old Navy, and you'll get them much cheaper than you'll get them in the park.
Or the supermarkets, as we showed as well, because you can get things at a decent price there too.
All the supermarkets seem to have realised in Orlando that Epic's open. How to Train Your Dragon stuff, Harry Potter stuff.
They're not silly. They're not silly.
But they've cottoned on to that, so you will be able to get stuff for your parks. If you want to go to Isle of Berk dressed in How to Train Your Dragon gear and get a picture of Toothless with a Toothless t-shirt on, then check out the supermarkets, Old Navy. We'll have stuff like that.
Definitely. Do you want to start?
Yeah, so I got a couple of things. So I got a pair of shorts.
Cotton shorts.
Which are very handy in Scotland, the warmest place on earth.
Yes.
But for our 2 days of sun that we do have, then these will come in handy, nice and comfy, nice size. I like the colour of them.
Yeah.
It's got the Old Navy logo there. They're originally $29.99.
And they were $15 that you then paid for that in the end.
So there's a 50% off offer on them, which I thought was very good. Should have probably got more than one pair, because conversion rate, the other came for 2 for 30, would have done me for California, but
live and learn.
Yeah, you live and learn. Then the other thing that I got, which will come in handy in
more
Edinburgh,
fitting, yes,
is this hoodie, which I love. Has California on it as well. Not I'll be wearing in California in September when it's absolutely roasting hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
little
got
navy, little bear.
and
Cute.
then that. So yeah, I thought that was great. I also had an offer on it. So the original price for it was $44.99.
And not sure which one that
It came to
$31.49.
$31.49. So it had 30% off. So yeah, two bargains.
And then for me, I got a little stripy t-shirt, which was originally $19.99, and I got it for
12.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
No, 10.
10.
10 for
Okay,
this one
10.
because I know my other t-shirt was 12.
Okay.
$10 for this, that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
because that was on a stand that said everything here $10. Yeah, so that makes sense.
And then I got another t-shirt as well. So this one was 12 because I remember that being on the label. So it's got a little logo on the front. And it's got a big logo on the back. I thought it was pretty cute. And that was originally $19.99. So a little bit of a saving on that one.
That'd be nice for California, I think, that one.
Definitely. Yeah. But the quality of their clothing is really, really good. I think even if I was paying the full price for it, I wouldn't knock it. But I do like a bargain.
Yeah, because I got an X-Men t-shirt last time that we were there, and
Yes, yeah, definitely. And then we've got this, which is a little pink quarter zip, just very cute. Nice. It's got the Old Navy logo on it as well. Apologies, it's maybe a little bit crushed because it's been all folded away.
That came in a few colours. I had it in like bright yellow, blue.
Yeah, it was something grey on a stand, and couldn't find the grey because it must have been quite popular, but really like the sort of baby pink that this is in. So that was originally $39.99, and I got it for $19.99 instead.
50% off.
Yeah. So in terms of the total for that, between both of our items, it was $94.20.
A total discount as well, and the total discount that we saved was $66.48.
Not
so
bad.
They have some great deals in there. A lot of 50% off areas and a lot of 30% on some stuff. So yeah, we definitely recommend if you see an Old Navy at the outlets, go and check it out, especially if you want to get some t-shirts for the parks. Finally, the last bit of merchandise that we bought was in the airport. So just as we were about to go through to our gate, we headed into the Disney store, and you've seen that in the video. We went around that, showed you all the stuff in there, and one last Disney pin. So I saw this one, which was the 4 park emblems. I thought it was really cool. They have it all individually, so one individual pin for each one, or you can get one that's got all 4 of them. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool.
He managed to resist buying all of them and just get the one that had the combined on it. So yeah, that was $14.99 for that. But yeah, very, very cute.
Yeah, so then that's everything that we got. I mean, we're only there for 2 and a bit days, and we managed to bring back.
You said 2 and a bit days, but we're there for
basically 3 days and a bit. Yeah. We went over with the intention of having nothing basically in our suitcases so we could bring back loads of stuff.
Usually we are very much pushing the weight limit when we're coming back, so it was quite nice to not have to worry about that. So definitely sort of stocked up on a few things, but I think some of the things are sort of longevity wise we'll be able to use on quite a few occasions. So hopefully that's been interesting for you guys. You can let us know down in the comments below if you've got any questions or if there's any, say, items that you're particularly keen on, anything like that. And as always, thank you very much for watching. There will be a couple of further videos too, so we're going to do a sort of review video of Epic, and we're gonna, I think, probably do that with spoilers included because we've been good and not included those in the vlogs that we've been there. Yeah,
just a place for it, a place for anyone that wants to discuss the rides and what happens on the rides and our thoughts and everything. They can watch that without being spoiled.
Yeah. And we're going to do a little resort tour as well for Dockside, so if that's of interest to you, that'll be getting uploaded to the channel as well. And then past that point, we will soon be uploading our California videos too, because that's not very far away. And certainly by the time this video gets published, it will not be long at all.
No. And then we'll do a merch haul when we come back from California. That will be all the Disneyland 70th stuff that's over there, and all the stuff we get from HHN, Hollywood. So yeah, it's going to be another hit to the bank balance, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot more of these coming back home with us as well. The last...
Oh, you didn't even mention your hat. Yeah, so this came from the outlets as well.
Yeah, so...
From Lids.
Lids, every single time that I go to the outlets, I always go to Lids to try and get a Carolina Panthers hat. Hardly ever have them because they're not very good and they're not one of the most popular teams over there. So if you're a New York Yankees fan or you're a fan of New England Patriots, you'll basically get about 15 million different types of hats. But sadly for Panthers fans, they don't really get them. So then I also wanted to get a Los Angeles Angels hat because we might be going to watch them when we go to California. Also didn't have any designs for that. So my other team that I quite like is Detroit Tigers. So they had one design for Detroit Tigers, so I got that. So it's got the...
He's modelling for you guys now.
D. There you can see it, just there. So yeah, that cost $34.99 in terms of dollars.
Nice.
But yeah, there you go.
Fabulous. So yes, thank you very much, guys. And we will see you in the next one.
See you next one.
Bye.
Bye.